And in order for these blueprints to appear, we need some sort of actor. Let's go for a static mesh actor. I guess a cube works. Right. Okay, so let me rename this one real quick. This is going to be floor. This cube is going to be, let me name this box 11. That's going to be our clickable area wherever we want it, wherever we want to click it, and then that's where our items are going to appear. A quick shortcut for this is if you press Alt and then you drag it along left or right, then it will create a duplicate copy with the number changed in front of it. So I'm going to do that for all of them real quick. This is going to be 2, 1. And then I'm going to make a final one here. Name this 3, 1. Oh. I guess it's kind of hard to see them right now. Okay, let me just change the floor to something nicer. Do we have ocean? We have ocean. No. Let's do lake. I think lake's the brighter one. Oh. Okay. I guess that works. No. Want something nicer. X. There you go. So those are the trigger boxes, right? Now what you want to do is make it so like whenever you click on one of those, then some kind of event occurs. For that, you want to go to the level blueprint, make sure the box is selected. But before you go ahead and do that, it's important that you see that you have a game mode already created, otherwise you won't be able to use your player controller. So go under project setting, maps and modes, and if you have it as game mode base, that like it doesn't have any of those. Since this was a blank project, it would have none of those. So let me just create a new game mode, DTT_game mode. And now this game mode, it has everything already included. Is it? Oh no. I need to create a new player controller, so I'm gonna just name it DTT player controller. Okay. And make sure you save that. Make sure you compile and save that. Minimize this. Okay, so now that the game mode there is set and DTT player controller is set, you should be able to just have this box clicked and then go over to the level blueprint. Add event for the box itself. We're going to use onClicked, which means every time you click on the box, it will run this execute note. So let's see if it's working. Print string. This is going to be box 11. Okay, it should be save. And if I run it, then if I click this box, oh, right. So in the player controller, make sure you turn on click events. Enable click events. This will allow you to actually click. Okay. And right. So if I do that, yep. As you can see, the box 11 pops up. So now we just have to do that with every single one of them. So I will be right back as soon as I finish doing those. Oh, okay. So if you just do that, then you can have all of them with the onClicked. Yep. Alright, so now you have your clickable grid that will allow you to access all these events every time you click on it. So the next step for us is going to be to spawn the blueprints that we created earlier, the X or the O. Okay, so how do we go about doing that? I suppose you could just use spawn actor from class. Don't need those anymore, so whatever. Okay, so let's focus on spawning one of them, and then we can make this a function and just do it. So let's spawn t2tx, and this, we want this to be to spawn or like spawn right here. So we're gonna do get actor location. Yeah, location. Split that structure. Do that and let's see. If we click that, nope. Maybe it is spawning it. It's just making it under the other thing. Yeah, it did spawn it multiple times. It's just under the thing. So let me have it a little above. Let me just make all of these boxes like really slim, so 0.25. Okay, now that they're behind the grid, I should be able to. Okay, so we are able to spawn our X. Now, okay, we are able to spawn our X, but now we need to make sure we are able to do either an X or an O. So in order for us to do that, I guess we could go from a branch. Okay, and this condition we can promote it to a variable, and this condition can be a boolean, and we will call it if true x else false O. So what this will basically allow us to do is every time this condition is true, it will spawn the X character, and if it's false, then it will spawn the O character. And every time you spawn one of them, the other one should be false, right? Okay, so we got a set here, then Control W this. So what this would do is if it initially starts out as true because that's the default value, it's going to go through the top one, it's going to spawn that X, and then it's going to set the value to false. So next time this is going to be called, it's going to spawn an O, and then it's going to turn it to true. And that should be about it. Okay, we can now collapse this into a function, and we'll name this function rename spawn X or O. Right. Let me change this to block actor reference. This rename basically allows me to remember that this represents the block the actor represents. I'll just get a function here. Okay. Now I have every single function linked to the boxes, so I should be able to play. And now if I press things, it is not alternating, which is okay. Understandable because we never implemented a turn count. But all of the boxes do work. So let's go and see what's happening in the function. We probably do want an output. Not output, but yeah, a return node. Alright, now that I have all of the functions set, I need to make sure this is TTO. It means we'll spawn the other one, then I can play, so that should be an O. Yep. Okay. Although I think I should change a little bit. Alright, so now that all of that is done, I can probably remove these to be transparent or clear glass. There you go. That's the one we needed. So, yep. Alright. So now that we are able to have our basic gameplay, where like you're able to spawn the grid and everything, let's move on to the next section.